Imagine sitting in a control tower. Everything is normal. The radar screen is calm. A plane is cruising smoothly above the Atlantic Ocean. The pilots are experienced. The weather is not extreme. Then suddenly, the aircraft simply disappears. No distress call, no emergency message, no final words. Just silence. How can a modern aircraft, filled with technology and trained crew, vanish without even a single Mayday? Tonight, we explore one of the aviation's most chilling mysteries. And by the end of this story, you may see air travel very differently. To understand these disappearances, we first need to understand the setting. The Atlantic Ocean is enormous. It stretches between North America and Europe, covering more than 106 million square kilometers. Flights crossing this region often spend hours far away from land, flying over deep, empty waters. Unlike flights over cities or countries, there are no roads, no people, no lights below, only endless ocean. In some areas, the sea is over 8,000 meters deep. If something goes wrong, there are no quick emergency landings, no nearby airports, no easy rescue, just water in every direction. This isolation turns even a small problem into a life-threatening situation. In aviation, a Mayday call is the ultimate emergency signal. Pilots are trained to send it immediately when facing serious danger. Even during extreme stress, crews usually manage to say something: engine failure, fire on board, loss of control. But in some cases, there is nothing. No panic, no warning, no voice. Only a sudden break in communication. For investigators, this silence is terrifying because when a plane vanishes without a Mayday, it means one of two things. Either the crew had no time to react, or something happened that completely disabled communication. Both possibilities are deeply unsettling. This phenomenon is not new. For decades, aircraft flying near the USA and across the Atlantic Ocean have occasionally vanished under strange circumstances. Different years, different aircraft, different crews, yet the same eerie outcome: no distress call. Let's consider the typical timeline of such events. Everything begins normally. A routine flight, passengers relaxed, pilots following planned routes, air traffic control monitoring every moment. Then comes the final radio contact. Often it sounds completely ordinary. Maintaining altitude, weather looks good, proceeding as planned, no hint of danger. Then minutes pass, controllers attempt another call, no response. Again, still nothing. The radar signal fades or freezes, and the aircraft is never heard from again. So, what could cause such total silence? Several theories have been proposed. If an aircraft suffers a rapid structural failure or explosive event, the crew may have no time to transmit anything. In such a scenario, events unfold in seconds, too fast for even a single word. Modern planes rely on complex electrical systems. A severe failure could knock out radios and transponders. The aircraft might still be flying, but completely mute, invisible. Over the ocean, there are no visual references. In darkness or bad weather, pilots depend entirely on instruments. If something disrupts orientation, confusion can escalate quickly. And confusion at high altitude is deadly. Even when general weather is calm, the atmosphere can hide violent surprises: clear air turbulence, sudden icing, powerful updrafts, invisible danger that strike without warning. Fatigue, misjudgment, or small errors can combine with other issues. Aviation disasters are rarely caused by one single problem. They are often chain of events. When a plane disappears over land, wreckage is usually found. Over the Atlantic, it becomes a different story. Search areas can span thousands of square kilometers. Ocean currents constantly move debris. Weather conditions change rapidly. Even advanced satellites and ships face enormous challenges. Sometimes search teams find only tiny fragments, sometimes nothing at all. The ocean is vast, restless, and unforgiving. It does not easily reveal its secrets. Perhaps the most haunting aspect is not just the loss of aircraft, but the unanswered questions. Families wait for explanations. Investigators analyze data for years. Experts debate theories endlessly. Yet, without a final transmission or a clear wreckage, certainty becomes impossible. What truly happened in those final moments? Mechanical failure, weather anomaly, human error, or something we still do not fully understand? It is easy to see aviation as perfectly controlled. After all, millions of flights operate safely every year. But these rare disappearances remind us of an uncomfortable truth. Even with modern technology, even with strict procedures, there are still moments when the sky offers no warnings, only silence and mystery. So, how can a flight vanish without a mayday? The honest answer is both simple and unsettling. In aviation, events can unfold faster than human reaction. Systems can fail in unexpected ways. Nature can behave unpredictably. And over the vast Atlantic Ocean, even a small problem can become final ones. Yet every investigation, every search, every lesson learned has made flying safer than ever before. But the mysteries, some of them remain. And perhaps the real question is not just what happened, but what we have yet to discover. What do you think caused these silent disappearances? Mechanical failure, extreme weather, something else entirely? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy exploring real mysteries like this, consider subscribing to the channel because the next story may be even more unbelievable. Thank you. Thanks for watching.